All right? No, I'm not going to do the Sarah Palin email hack. We have 300 Secret Service agents in the building. You know, I would still like to go home tonight after this is over with. Other issues you have are like password reset vulnerabilities. How many times you reset your password in an application, it emails it to you. Or it emails you a link that never expires. All right? Other ones, attacking DNS servers. Dan Kaminsky proved that one at Black Hat. All right, cache poisoning, you could fake any site. The one I'm going to show you now is an airline lookup attack. I kind of blurred out the name of the airline because of certain reasons. It was one I found just playing around one day. You know, you get bored, you're playing with forms, stick in other people's names and information that you Googled. Here it is. All right, so I picked my prime victim being my ex-girlfriend. Okay? I said, I wonder what she's up to. All right? So I typed in her info. Stalker. Thanks, Tom. So I type in her info. After I logged in, I'm like, let's see what happens. Guess what? All I needed to know was her flight number. Flight numbers you can Google every day, right? Because it's the same flight number, same time, almost every day. So all you have to hear someone say is, yeah, I'm coming around this time on this date. You can look them up. Look what you could do when you look them up. Okay? You can modify their information. You could change it. You could change your seat. You know, you're mad at your ex-girlfriend, you put her in the back by the toilet. You know. If you're really mad, you know, I could have just clicked cancel and she would have been stuck in Russia. So, these are the type of logical vulnerabilities that you have to look out for. All right? This is why when you go about it, QA testers, you know how QA testers always have a whole list of test scripts that they want to run? You have to put the same methodology in your head when you're doing a pen test. What do I want to do? Do I want to change numbers? Okay? Do I want to charge my hotel internet fee for $14 to Jeff's room? Or do I want to charge it? You know, it's all different things like that. A lot of times you just find everything in URL strings or hidden fields. All right, because there's always, everybody loves JavaScript for some reason. So instead of doing a direct post, they're going to post it to a JavaScript, and the JavaScript's going to turn it into a redirect, into a get, and then get to the page. Why? I have no clue. What's the future of code security? All right. The reason why most of you people came to the Owasp conference is to find out, you know, what are the latest and greatest things going on in code security? You know, what are the best tools? What are all the projects that Owasp is doing? As you've probably seen downstairs, the number of projects that we're doing is doubling every year. After this conference, I'm sure it's going to just completely double because this is our largest conference so far. Okay. How many of you people threat model all your applications? No one. Threat modeling is probably one of the most important things. Why? All right. As much as I hate to say it, the one thing I hate about every scanner, it just makes up its own rating. All right. There's nothing behind the rating in an app scanner. There's nothing behind the rating. Well, there's something a little behind the rating in source code analysis. But app scanners, it's like you have a cross-site scripting, all right? Oh, it's a medium issue. But hey, that's the login page, and I just put an iframe over the login page. Why is it only a medium issue? All right, because it's built that way. That's what it says in the Access database running that tool. Okay? You know, so that's why I suggest you threat model your apps, all right? And then you build your rating system around threat modeling the apps, sort of like how CVSS does, all right? Part of the whole rating system is what is the overall threat of that application? You know, quantitative or qualitative, all right? And then develop an effective security practice. How often do you do testing? Is your testing just for a check mark, all right? Check marks are done a dime a dozen. I get calls from people saying, yeah, can you test my application in a day for $2,500? It's like, what good's a day gonna be? It's not. I had one test I had to do. How many of you use Remedy? Remedy is a huge application, all right? Guess how much time I had to do this project? System and application, 4 days. And that included reporting, all right? Remedy is huge. You're not even gonna touch the surface of all the potential vulnerabilities in that time frame, all right? That's why you need to keep an effective log of all your applications, how many transactions, how many pages, the threat, everything associated with that application, who works on it, any documentation. Most people don't have documentation. Where do you find most of your vulnerabilities? How many of you have ever looked in documentation for vulnerabilities? All right, you'd be surprised what you find in the documentation. All right, any questions? All right, thank you.
My name is Palin, and I'm from Boston area, and I'm basically a web developer.